see her explore her dance life more. I want to continue to see who she is as an individual. I like exploring that for women, because the idea of not just being a wife, not just being a mom, but really like exploring who you are and keeping your sense of being an individual is very important to me. So I just want to continue to explore that. Like, what's her point of view on the world? What does she want to do in her life, in her career? That is what we started getting into last season. So I want to see us keep going further with that.
It's funny. It's like, as an actor, you kind of go like job stability. You're like, oh, this is great. I've got a job for the next couple of years. But for me, it was gratitude. I'm happy to be spending another couple of years with, a cast that I love and a crew that I love, and playing a character that I really enjoy and I think is a good, positive role model out in the world. So I think there's a lot of life to live still. Even though his life got cut short early, I still think that, there's a lot more to see.
I mean, just the trajectory of this show and all the doors they've sort of left open in the future, in the past, like, I'm curious, and I think this is going to be a storyline next year, like, we last see Jack and Rebecca, like, in the courtship, first dating phase of their life. Like, they've embarked on this road trip to California, and now they're headed home. Like, how do they really find their way into each other's lives, to the point where they get married and spend the rest of their life together? I'm curious about that phase of her life. I'm also curious how Rebecca and Miguel get together in, like, 2008 territory. There's a lot of, like, juicy stuff in there that I think people are curious about, and I'm just as curious. I think I feel defensive of her. I think it took people, like, a season and a half until, like, Jack passed away. I think it really took some people to really come around on Rebecca. A lot of women, which I found so surprising, was like, she's selfish, like, Jack's the hero. And it is difficult, because when you have a relationship and a couple, and the father is, Milo's character is a superhero. It's hard to compete. But I found it odd that so many women were like, how could you choose to, have a singing career over spending time with your family? That's where your priorities should lie. So to have to sort of explain that, and then just let it unfold and let people figure it out for themselves. Like, nope, she's actually the glue of the family.
I hope he continues to evolve, and it's exciting when you think about where these characters started. Specifically, Kevin. We found him. He was sitting on a bed with a couple of girls that he probably didn't know, at a party with a bunch of people that he didn't know, in a big house that he probably didn't own, alone in a crowded room. And then we've seen him sort of stumble and fall and then recover, and stumble and fall again and recover. I think he's doing it the right way this time. So hopefully we see him evolve and do something. I think he's going to do something extraordinary.
For me as an individual, is what I hope for as a character. It's the continual evolution of self, to become the best version that you can be of yourself. He's in a whole new comfort zone. The home that he raised his family in, he has abandoned, and now they've moved to the big city of Philadelphia. He's going to be sort of entrenched in the African American community, so there's going to be opportunities for him to feel a part of, to feel like he's making a meaningful contribution. But there's also going to be opportunities for him to have his feelings hurt. And as we know, Randall is one who is prone to sensitivity. And so I think it's going to be a really interesting new chapter of his life. The opportunity to be amongst his people and to see whether or not or how much he's embraced.